This farm will get you 50 to 100 ominous bottles in an hour. It works for Minecraft Bedrock 1.21. Just find yourself a pillager tower. These are the materials you will need to go scour. And don't forget you'll need a sunflower and a pumpkin. Let's begin. So before we begin, let's note some key information. Minecraft pillager towers can have up to 4 spawn points. This tutorial covers a single spawn point, so this means in theory, your farm could be expanded to a maximum of 4 spawns, giving you the highest rates. This is designed to be a beginner farm, and in most cases, you won't need to go above 1. But just in case you want to, let me break down how it works. Pillagers will choose the northwest corner of the highest opaque block with a non-solid block on top. You can potentially have up to 4 spawns if your outpost tower is facing north. An outpost tower will spawn 8 pillagers at most. Pillagers can either have 1, 2, or 4 spawn points. This video will focus on 1 spawn point. As per my testing, you really don't need much more than 80 ominous bottles in a single hour. Depending how lucky you are, these rates may be as low as 20 or as high as 100 in a single hour. Alright everybody, so the first thing you want to do is find yourself a pillager outpost tower. Once you do, you want to clear out all the pillagers that are nearby. Alright, we want to go to the entrance of the pillage outpost tower, so in my case, it's over here. I recommend you take some torches, and then you place a torch in the middle of the bottom floor, so just like so, we're at the bottom, and then as we go up, we can place a torch right here on that step. This is not required, I just recommend that you do so. Place a torch there, there, and then there, oh, just like that, so right in the middle, and then on the sides, and then once more on the step right there, and then going up to this floor right in the middle, and then in the corners, and then do one right here again on the steps, and now we are at the top. Directly in front of your pillager outpost tower, we want to place a sunflower. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place our sunflower there. In the description of this video, I have all the information you need, so if your sunflower is facing towards you, or to the left of you, to the right of you, in front of you, I have everything you need in the description, so go ahead and fact check your build in the description, because that's going to be important for this next step. Alright, so once we're done with that, just place the torch there if you want to do the torch method. Let's go up to the top of the pillager outpost tower. Right here where our chest is, to the right of it, so every time you come up the stairs, your chest will be facing to the right. To the right of the chest by 1 block, go right there, and then go down by 2. So then we're going over 1, and down 2, and then break that block and mark it. I'm going to mark it with a red concrete block. You could do whatever you want. On top of the marker block, go ahead and place a pumpkin. The pumpkin is going to have a stem on the top of it, and the stem will be facing a certain direction. Since my farm is facing this way, what I want to do is take 2 glass panes and take it on top of it, just like this. You guys don't have to do your glass panes. You absolutely don't have to, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of demonstrating how they spawn. But what you do need to do is after you break the pumpkin, you do need to mark the place it's facing. So since my pumpkin is facing this way with the stem, I'm going to go ahead and mark these 3 blocks. If it was facing over here, I would do these 3. If it was facing over here, I would do those 3. 98% of you watching, this is going to be your only spawn point. You're probably just going to have 1. If you're one of the people that after you placed your sunflower, you fall in the category of potentially having more than 1 spawn, so maybe your tower is facing north and you have a maximum of 4 potential spawn points. And by the way, 4 potential spawn points doesn't mean you have 4 spawns. It means that your tower can have up to 4 spawns. So if you're one of those people, you're going to have to go ahead and do this next step, okay? So one more time, I'm clarifying, if you went in the description of the video and your pillager outpost was facing in a direction that gives you more than 1 spawn, you're gonna want to do this next step, okay? So if you only have 1 spawn, then you only need to do this, and you can skip this next step. So to the left of this chest right here, right there on that fence, we're gonna break the fence, place a block right there where the fence was, and then break that fence over there. So there's 2 fences here that we broke. Place a pumpkin on top of it. We're gonna do this each time. This is facing this way, so now I know I need to mark these blocks over here. So I simply place the block diagonal to where the pumpkin's facing, and then I just fill it in like that. And then on top of the pumpkin, I'm gonna place my glass just like this. Then I'll just break my pumpkin. I'm gonna do that for all these. So the one in front, we're gonna do it on that one right over there. And since my pumpkin is facing this way, and actually I can just break that fence as well. Since the pumpkin's facing this way, we'll go ahead and just fill it in going this way, and then a glass pane on top of it, just like that. All right, so now we got the one to the left, we got the one in the front, and to the right, we'll do the same thing as well. So there's the chest, there's the fence right there. We'll go ahead and break that fence, break the one to the right of it, and a block going in the front. Place a pumpkin on the block, and it's going diagonal this way, so I'm gonna fill it in over over here, place a glass pane, and then we'll just do that and break the pumpkin. Lastly, over here, so if we look at the chest, we go behind right here. So just to show you, we're going to go over here, and then we'll break that fence. Place a block there, break that fence over there. On top of it, place a pumpkin. It's going diagonal this way, so we'll break these 2 blocks and fill it in. On top of it, place a pane, and then we'll fill it in and break the pumpkin, and then we're done. So like I said, if you fell in that category and you had more potentially than 1 spawn point, then you're gonna need to do that. But most of you, 98% of you, are not gonna need to do that. Anywhere you want, does not matter where. We're gonna go ahead and pick this random corner. Go ahead and break those fences. We'll break all those fences, and then we'll just trail the blocks going up like this. That way we can get up to the top. Place a block in the middle of the build, and we're gonna make this go up 25, so that's 25. Go to the top right here and just make like a little platform for now. We'll go 1 left and we'll go 1 to the right, and then we'll just fill this in. That way we can stand on it. And all you have to do is AFK up here for 1 to 2 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so it's been 1 minute. As you can see, we now have our first spawn point. And here, let me go ahead and get rid of this pillager. Hit it in the bottom, just like that. So we're gonna go up to the top. I just want to double check that this is indeed my only spawn point. Sometimes you might get a couple, so just do this a couple times, guys. All right, so it's been a couple minutes. This is indeed my spawn point. And actually, I am one of the lucky/unlucky people that have 2 spawn points. So that means my pillagers can spawn here, and they can also spawn here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to spawn proof this over here. So let me go ahead and kill these guys. We don't need them. And I'm just gonna spawn proof it with torches, just like that. Now, since these have torches on them, we'll break those fences around it, and I'll just place some more torches over there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy over here, and we can get rid of these. We don't need them. Make sure you test it a couple times, by the way, because sometimes on the first try, you don't get all the spawns. So now that that's spawn proofed, we're gonna go ahead and go over here to the top. All right, and it's been an official minute. We're gonna go back down to the bottom, and just to show you, voila. So now that this is spawn proof, they won't spawn over here. You have 2 spawns, correct? Right? We have 1 over there and 1 over there. You can build 2 chambers. If you only have 1, you can only build 1 chamber. But if you have 2, you can build 2 chambers. Break the panes that are on top of the marker blocks right here. Break the surrounding blocks. Go ahead and fill that in with normal blocks. Go ahead and grab your pistons and your observers. In any direction, you're going to place a piston just like this on the left side. So just like this, left side, over here, left side, over here, left side, and over here, left side. Take your redstone torches on the side of each piston. It should be a total of 4 going on the side of each. Take your observers and place them like this on the edge of those redstone torches. Easiest way to do that is doing that, and then it'll go directly into the piston. Do the same thing over here. Just shift and do that one more time. Then go ahead and take your lever now. That's all we need to do. Pick any side of this trident killer. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this side. I'm gonna just consider this the front of my build, okay? Flick that lever down. You're gonna notice that it all activates and then it stops. Flick it back up, and then once you flick it back up, it's gonna start doing this. So now this is fully working. So let's flick that down for now. Going below right here, we're gonna go down here, over here. We're going to place a block here, temporary block, and then 1 block below it, and then break the temporary block. Fill this in for 2 blocks. Grab yourself your rails and your hoppers, and then you're also going to need your minecart hopper. In any corner, go ahead and place a rail in any corner, and then opposite of that corner, place another rail. Place your minecart hoppers on top of them. In any corner as well, go ahead and place a hopper. I'm gonna just keep everything in the front, so let me break these 2 to show you what I mean. This is the front. So I want this corner of the hopper going down. Okay, so we got that hopper facing towards us. There's the lever up there. Hopper's facing towards us. Place a rail on top of this hopper, just like that. And then over here, do not hit the hoppers. Be careful. Place another rail. And then you're going to notice they start dancing. Place 2 chests in front of those hoppers. So like this, 2 double chests, like so. And then have them go down for a total of 4. So we have 1, 2. Behind them, you're going to want to trail more hoppers into them. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and we got 4. So that's what it should look like. Each hopper going down just like that, and the hoppers are going into the chest. So now if I were to throw items anywhere over here, and then I throw them over there, we go to the bottom chest, that's where those items are gonna appear, and it'll stack all the way up to this chest for a nice overflow system. All right, guys, so all we have to do now is just place like some blocks right here in the corners. Place blocks there, and then you could just fill this in with blocks. But inside the container real quick, break just like this. So just to show you, we broke over there, and then right here we're gonna break as well, and then right over here we'll break as well. That way when you come up to the top, we're actually able to see down there. The final step you have to do is take a trident and throw it into this machine. Throw 2 tridents into the machine for maximum efficiency. Flick that lever up, and then this is gonna dangle around and do its thing. Then all you have to do is go to the top. We're gonna go up here, and we get AFK at the top, and we're able to see, look at that, it's already spawning. So what will happen is over time, you'll get a pillager captain that spawns in there, and we're actually getting a lot of spawns, so that's awesome. Over time, they're going to spawn in there, and then you're going to get all those ominous potions. So now I hope this makes sense. So if you had 2 spawn points, that is where you would basically build 2 Trident Killers, and you would have up to a maximum of 4 Pillagers spawning at a time, which would give you double rates. And if you had 3 spawns, it would give you triple. If you had 4 spawns, it would give you quadruple. So that's a lot more, right? But it just depends on you. Most of you will only need 1. You're never going to really need 2, 3, or 4. If you have a simulation distance higher than 4, you're going to need to AFK higher up. You're going to need to AFK 50 blocks if you have a simulation distance of 8. And if you have a simulation distance of 6, you're going to need to be like 35-ish blocks. But if you haven't touched your simulation distance, then it's going to just be at 4. You don't have to go any higher. You don't have to worry about it. So if you didn't touch your simulation distance, don't worry about it. If you did, then you probably already know what you're doing as it is. All right, we've been AFK for only 5 minutes now. And then if we check, we already have we have 3 ominous bottles in 5 minutes. And it was actually more like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Depending on your RNG and your luck, you can get up to 50 ominous bottles in an hour. I've seen some go to 100. Sometimes it can be as low as 20. That is all you have to do, guys. This is an easy ominous bottle farm. I hope you did enjoy. If you have any questions, shout it down in the comment section. You know I'll reply. Make sure to like and subscribe. I spend a lot of time on these videos. We're reaching for 15K subscribers, guys. I know you can do it. Join the Discord server to become a part of an everlasting Minute community today. And as always, bye-bye.
I don't listen to the haters, man, I treat them like the enemy. Had a couple traitors, man, but now they know the penalty.